Welcome back, guys. Welcome to another episode of Unplugged EV here in Australia. 22 degrees, kind of sunny, hot, whatever. Well, today I want to do some more testing in regards to the Autopilot and the nag, the reminder of the car you get to put your hands back on the steering wheel. There's the impression out there online in forums that this is dependent on which kind of road you're driving. So it nags you more often in city traffic than it nags you on motorways. And today I want to do some more testing in regards to that and see what the nag times are for different kind of roads. So we are now here on a rural road, 80 kilometers an hour. I put the car in autopilot. And then you can see there's the nag coming. The blue blur is coming and the text as well. And you just touch the steering wheel slightly and it goes away for another couple of seconds. So how long is this time and is it dependent where you drive? Okay. Alright, let's do the first test here after the 100 kilometer sign. Put the car in autopilot. And I'll leave the time running here on the screen so you can see what's going on. Okay, I forgot to click my watch. Right. Okay, I just wiggle the steering wheel now. Alright. And start. So just to give me a rough indication how many seconds these are. It was a minute at some stage, but I know Tesla is changing this all the time with their updates and legal requirements for the specific country. 20 seconds so far, nothing. Here it comes. So roughly 40 seconds. We try this again. So this is on a motorway now, 100 kilometer per hour speed, and this is what the Autopilot is designed for and should be used for. Long motorway driving takes the it makes it easier for the driver to drive. Okay, 30 seconds so far. There we go. Yeah, exactly 40 seconds. Alright, we are now on a country road, driving 90 kilometers an hour. Just did this one to 7, that's fine. And we give this one a wiggle. Start the time on my watch. So it will slow down a little bit now because of the truck. There's also a person walking, but it's not on the road. So I don't think it will actually track that. 22 seconds, 23. There we go. Roughly 25. Okay, so we are now on a 60 kilometer road. We try again and go. It's now 22 seconds. 30 seconds. There we go. 35 seconds roughly. Okay, we try again. Just right now. probably come to a stop before that because there's a traffic light ahead of us, just around the corner. Ah, no, 15 seconds. That was 15 seconds only, before it was 30 seconds for the same road. Okay, 60 is fine. Come on. Come on, camera. Well, that's a bit weird. There's no autopilot available anymore. Okay, maybe it's a bit too country here for the autopilot. Let's get out of here and see if it works on, well, a bit more town or city roads again. Alright, so here we've got some lane marking again. Hopefully the autopilot kicks in. Yep, there it is again. Okay, there was just a missing lane marking apparently. But usually it works just fine. Okay, 50 kilometers per hour is fine. Ah, I forgot to go. Okay, let's try again and go. Let's see how long it drives here. Nice town road. Brakes a little bit. Go 20. Ooh. Okay, that's a 50 kilometer road. I don't think the car will make it through this curve here, huh? Nah. Okay, that's a 70 kilometer road. Wow, that didn't take long, 10 seconds. Okay, let's try again and go. 70 kilometers. There was less than 15 seconds until the nag. Let's try again. Go. Seconds, 13 seconds. Let's do the 80 kilometers here. Reset the watch and go. "12 seconds, maybe 13. Okay, let's try with 100 and go. Seconds. So this is a lot quicker. Even we drive faster now, it's a lot quicker that the nag comes up. It's not like the faster or the wider, the better the road is, the less nag you get. There's something else. Okay, let's try this road in the opposite direction now. Let's wait until it speeds up to 100. There's already a nag. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, 11 seconds it is. 11 seconds. Okay, let's try to drive only 90 here on this road. Go. Let's see if it is depending on the speed. No, 11 seconds. Again, 11 seconds. Alright. Okay, 80 kilometers an hour on this 100 kilometer road. we go, 11 seconds. So it doesn't really matter how fast you drive. It is not dependent on the speed you are driving. Okay, let's try again. 60 kilometers. And you know this location here. This is the way I'm driving home every single day. I let the car drive in autopilot and see what's happening now. We are at 30 seconds and the car is still driving in autopilot. There we go. 35 seconds around. Okay, let's try again. Bang. Okay, let's try again here on this country road, 100 kilometers per hour, and go. Seconds. Alright guys, I'm back home now from this trip and this test. So looking at this data, what can we see now? Well, obviously this time between the nags, between the reminders of putting your hands back on the steering wheel, is not dependent on the road you are driving on. It's not dependent if you're driving on a highway or on a country road or on a city road or town road or something. There are some other factors which determine this time. And obviously it is not depending on how fast you drive either, because we have just done the test and slowed down on a 100 kilometer road, and still the times in between these reminders were the same. Well, and then we have seen driving in town gives us quite a difference between 12 seconds and 35 seconds on nag time. So why is that? This camera. From my observation, it is changing a little bit. It depends on multiple factors like visibility. Is it day or night? How good can the camera see? Traffic. Where you drive, what are the obstacles on the road, and the system acts dynamically. So if it has an issue on the road, if a car probably merges into your lane, if a person works onto the road, the nag time will shorten, so the car will remind you more often to put your hands on. Sometimes it even beeps on you while you are driving in autopilot. It has these red hands on the screen and say take over immediately, because it cannot handle the situation anymore. And I play these two clips here again. So the first drive we did in town was about 35 seconds until we got the reminder again. And then I did the test right afterwards again, continuing on the same road over the bridge, and it fell down to 15 seconds. And I think it was because of these traffic islands on the right hand side, which are a little bit of an obstacle on the road. And the car was not quite comfortable to drive itself over there. Hence it reminded us a lot earlier to put our hands back on the steering wheel than before. Before it was just a nice drive. It could see the road clearly, it could see all the other cars, it could see the lane marking. And all this was a little bit missing on the other side of the bridge. And the same happens in dense city driving. Lots of cars around you, lots of things happening, lots of people walking around. The car is not that confident to drive itself, and it just reminds you more often to put your hands, to pay attention to the traffic, of course. And this totally makes sense, right? And then on a highway, of course, this is the best use for autopilot, of course. This is what it is designed for. Drive on the highway, take this boring long drive out of the equation, out of the driver. And that's why we can see here times of 30 seconds to 1 minute. Well, I tell you what, in older updates a couple of months ago, the nag time was a minute exactly on the highway, and now it is down to 40 seconds only. So obviously Tesla is also changing these times, maybe as per legal requirement of the specific country, or if they realize, well, when people disrupt the autopilot suddenly because there was a traffic incident, there was a certain kind of situation and people interrupted the autopilot by pulling the steering wheel or braking, they probably decreased the time of reminders a little bit to just to be on the safe side. You know, it's all about safety, of course. And then let me quickly tell you, on this motorway here, on this highway here, we've got about 40 seconds reminder time now. And I see this again on the other direction Brisbane, further south Gold Coast, further up Sunshine Coast. On the main motorways, there is about 40, 45, up to a minute of nag time available in Autopilot now. But driving on other motorways, for example, well, we did a drive last weekend further west. The nag time on the motorway was 11 seconds. This is the minimum time, and it was quite annoying because you had to leave your hands on the steering wheel all the time because the car was constantly nagging you every 10 or 11 seconds. And I thought myself, why is this on this highway 11 seconds, but on the other highways 40 seconds? Probably not too many Teslas have driven this highway further west now. Most of them going south and north along the coast, the main route. But then further west, there are less Teslas driving in Autopilot on these roads. And I think this is one of the major factors. The car is not confident enough. There is not enough data available to let the car drive safely in Autopilot for a longer period of time. The car hasn't seen much of this road yet, and that's why it nags you more often on these roads. And another quick example, this is exactly what I see about 1.5–2 kilometers down the road from where I live here. This last stretch of road, the car could not drive itself on Autopilot when I got it new 8 months ago. And I tried again and again and again, and all of a sudden it could do it. And I had nag times of 11 seconds and beeping and the visible warning as well to put your hands back on the steering wheel. The car could not drive on this road at all. There are bad lane markings. There are no lane markings. You know, this is the stretch where the car pulls to the other side and keeps going on the wrong side of the road. And then after about 3 or 4 months, I could see major improvements in driving this road because I forced the car every day to drive on this car in Autopilot, and it got better and better over time. I'm not 100% sure if this was a continuous learning curve or if this came with the updates applied to the car. I had about 12 or 13 updates so far now. So I can't really tell if this is a continued learning the car does in combination with the neural network, or if this confidence comes with updates to the cars. But well, after a couple of months, as I said, the car is now driving on this road just by itself, just fine. And the reminder time is down to over 20 seconds now. So from 11 seconds, the minimum, not confident, beeping at you, now to driving itself smoothly, staying in the lane, not nagging you anymore, not beeping at you anymore, and the reminder time is 20 seconds. There's definitely improvement I can see on these roads. I'm 110% sure there has been no Tesla driving on these roads in Autopilot here. Well, there might be one. But this is not enough data to make the car drive with more confidence on these roads. You know, you need more cars driving that more often, collecting these data, uploading to the network, and then the network sees, okay, on these roads I can drive like this and this, and I don't need to nag the driver anymore. I'm good. I have learned. Alright guys, I think this is all we get out of this test today, letting the car driving in Autopilot on different roads and measure how long the time frame is between the reminders, the nag. Yeah, as always, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you have experienced in your situation. Have you seen the car learning and getting better on certain roads? Is this after updates, or is this the car learning with the network together? I don't know. Well, anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching again. Thanks for all your support here on the channel and on Patreon. This is Andy from Unplugged TV Australia, signing off. You stay charged, and we will see us again in the next video very, very soon. It's already uploaded. It'll come soon. Thank you, guys. See you then. Bye.